This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I would imagine that one of the lead stories for today has to be two NFL players that are incredibly stupid human beings, right? And, of course, I'm talking about Quinton Dunbar and DeAndre Baker, two guys that play in the NFL. One of them is a first-rounder. The other one starts for the Seattle Seahawks at cornerback. And now these guys are all facing 4 counts of armed robbery with a firearm, 4 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm. Dunbar faces 4 counts of armed robbery with the firearm also. So apparently the players attended a private party. First of all, we're in a pandemic and they're at a party. Okay, let's just start off with the first round of stupidity. All right, let's just start with that. Okay? So, an argument ensues where Baker drew a semi-automatic firearm, according to the arrest affidavit. With Baker directing, Dunbar helped collect more than $11,000 in cash, an $18,000 Rolex, a $25,000 Hialeahl. Is that how it's pronounced, Hialeahl? 17,500 Audemars Piguet watch, and other valuables from the partygoers. At one point, Baker ordered another armed man in a red mask to shoot someone who walked into the party. The armed man did not comply. There are conflicting witness statements about whether Dunbar had a gun or not. Vehicles were pre-positioned to expedite an immediate exit. Baker and Dunbar lost about $70,000 2 nights earlier at a different party in Miami. Again, so it shows you that there are parties going on. Like, there are people doing really stupid things out there in the middle of a pandemic. It shows the level of stupidity. Not only you're a first-round pick, you're both NFL players. That means you should be making decent money. I get it. You're stupid because you're having parties in a pandemic. You're stupid because you're bad at gambling. And now you're incredibly stupid because now you will hold people up. Like you're going to get away with it. I mean, why the Giants and the Seahawks would even bother looking any more into this case is beyond me. Once you know that they had the guns and that they held them up, there's no reason to wait for a case. There's no reason for just let their asses go already. Cut them right now. Because all you need to confirm is that they committed the crime. You don't need to know anything else. I mean, the level of stupidity is amazing with these two guys and everybody else in that party, by the way. Because everybody's hanging out in a party, playing, and by the way, they're also gambling, so that means they're all touching chips, they're all touching cards, they're all drinking. I don't know what else they could be doing, but plenty. I just would not be surprised if you got some affected people in this group, is all I'm saying. Okay? Baker and Dunbar, as they say, lost $70,000. Baker, 22, started 15 games for the Giants. They made him the 30th overall selection in 2019. The GM Gettleman is already on the hot seat there, and people don't like him. This is not going to add that his first-round pick just got arrested a year later. Dunbar, 27, started 11 games in his 5th season in 2019. You read about this stuff, and it blows you away on how stupid these two guys are. Because these are some incredibly dumb individuals. These are guys that you look at it and you got to wonder. Here's what I wonder. How do people this stupid get this far in life? And how bad is the NFL system that they can't figure out these kind of guys too? I mean, think about this. They get all the way to this point in their lives. And the NFL well, then again, the Patriots had a guy that was like killing people on his off time. You know, practicing during the day, killing somebody else at night. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the details here, by the way, the Giants issued a statement. Said, we are aware of the situation. We've been in contact with DeAndre. We have no further comment. Now, there are arrest warrants. Have these guys turned themselves in yet? Do we know? Because I haven't heard anything yet if they've turned themselves in. So one witness told the cops that the men were gambling again at a May 13th event when an argument broke out, and Baker allegedly flipped the table and busted out his piece. According to cops, some people at the party believed it was a planned robbery because when the three men were done taking valuables, the three getaway cars strategically positioned to expedite immediate departure, like we said. The alleged getaway cars were sick: a Lamborghini, a Mercedes-Benz, and a BMW. Okay, these guys are stupid enough to have a party during a pandemic. They're stupid enough to actually hold people up thinking that they could get away with it. And then, not only are you robbing people, you're robbing people. Usually people that rob are like poor and they need money and they need to get by. You're getting into a Lamborghini, bro. Oh, and by the way, they're at other events too. So this is not the only one because they had lost money, a couple nights earlier. The Miramar police says warrants for the two NFL players have been issued, though neither player is currently in custody. So far, nobody in custody. I haven't heard anything yet. Cops tell us they've been in contact with reps for the suspects, and they're currently working on a planned surrender. Okay, Baker's a former Georgia Bulldog superstar. And Dunbar, meanwhile, was just traded from Washington to Seattle in March. Wait, Washington's like, man, we got rid of him just in time. Think about the level of stupidity that you got to be involved to. What makes you think you're going to get away with this? You're NFL players. Unless you were going to kill everybody at the party, somehow or another make everybody disappear, and that nobody would be able to trace where they were, and somehow get away, which is impossible. Okay? And remember, if it's true, one of them already wanted to shoot somebody. So they were willing to actually make it even worse. I just hope that none of these guys get any breaks whatsoever and they go to jail for a nice long time. So they can sit in jail. They can think about pissing away their careers. They can think about how freaking stupid DeAndre Baker and Quinton Dunbar are. And maybe, Quinton should actually change his name to Dumbar. Not D-U-N, D-U-M-B-A-R. Because you are a dumb-ass mofo. Wow. In today's world, I mean, if we're in the 1800s, you might be able to get away with it. You get on your horse, you ride away, who knows? And still to that day, somebody may draw up a wanted sign for you.
You know how hard it is to get into a Lamborghini?
Tell us, Bill, how tough is it since you do it every day of your life?
Yeah, right. I mean, we've done it. We've gotten into it, okay? And this is your getaway car. Going to blend in with the rest of traffic.
These guys got into getaway cars that are better than some people's houses. And they're and they're holding people up. I mean, how can you be this stupid? So you're going to get arrested, you're going to jail, you're going to lose your career, and you're going to get COVID. Wow. I'm trying to understand any of this, and I can't understand any of this. Like, at what point does DeAndre and Quinton look at each other and say, this is a really good idea that we go in there and rob everybody? And think about it. It wasn't like a heat of the moment, it just happened type of thing that maybe, you got hot-headed, there was an argument, whatever, you pulled out a gun and you did something out of control for one moment, right? No. You talked about it, you planned it, you parked your cars, and then you did the deed. But then I'm wondering, okay, what part of the conversations were you thinking, yeah, man, this is going to be awesome? You're high-fiving each other, you're dabbing each other. What are you doing celebrating it before it even happens? I'm just trying to figure it. I can't wrap my head around that level of stupidity. I mean, look, I'm not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But I mean, there's got to be some common sense. Wow. That's a truly amazing story.